Hey, what is going on everyone? It's Flame of Kalava here, and today I'm going to be giving you guys my thoughts on not only the recent Pokemon Sword and Shield Nintendo Direct, but I'm also going to be giving you guys my thoughts on the Pokemon conference that happened about 2 weeks ago from now. Now I'm going to be combining both of these as there isn't really much in the Pokemon conference, and because there's so many video ideas that I have right now, so that's why I decided to combine the two into one video. So without further ado, let's get right into today's video. So let's start off with the Pokemon conference, which I watched at 2 AM in the morning. That's right, I watched the direct and I watched the conference at 2 AM, which was okay for me as I was fasting at the time, which meant that I had to stay up till 2 and I didn't have school the day after due to that being a holiday, so I was able to watch it. Anyways, the first thing we will talk about is none other than the announcement that there would be a Detective Pikachu game on the Switch coming out, and that would have an ending that is different to the one in the movie. Now in my opinion, this was some pretty cool news since we get to see a different ending to the movie, which I'm not going to spoil right now, but I didn't really care about the 3DS game, so this wasn't mind-blowing for me. Next we have the announcement of Pokemon Sleep, which is very weird, and we can see that on Twitter as memes were starting to come very quickly about the announcement. Pokemon Sleep is basically a little device that plays in called the Pokemon Go Plus Plus. Nice naming, Game Freak. It's basically like the Wii U, and it tracks the amount of sleep you get in an app, which transfers the data to Pokemon Go and allows for special bonuses, which is pretty neat. We then have a small announcement of Snorlax sleeping in Pokemon Go, which is basically fitted with myself along the mood with Pokemon Sleep as I was watching this, but I did like the announcement as it meant I could get Snorlax easier on Pokemon Go without having to spend time going to a gym, which I don't really do in the game. Next up we have one of my favorite announcements, which was Pokemon Home, and it really made us happy with this one. It's basically a service which allows you to transfer Pokemon from the Let's Go games, Pokemon Bank on the 3DS, and Pokemon Go into Pokemon Sword and Shield. It's something we expected to see at some point, and I'm really happy that we got to see it, but my only problem is that it comes out a few months after Sword and Shield, which isn't bad, but maybe on day one or even a month after would have been better. And finally, we had the final announcement and probably the best in the conference, which was the reveal of Pokemon Masters, an app where you battle the most iconic trainers in the whole Pokemon universe from different regions. This is literally a fan dedication, and I was very happy to see this announcement. There was some small announcements such as a Pokemon Quest coming to China and Pokemon shirts, which looked pretty cool, but nothing major after that. Now we move on to the Sword and Shield Direct. Now I was very lucky to watch this direct, as I usually wouldn't have been able to watch it because of school, but I was able to take a day off. The direct was happening due to fasting ending, which made me happy. And you can click on this card up here if you want to watch my reactions to the direct. Anyways, in the direct we got to see so much on how the world of how the Galar region looks like, which was awesome. We also got to see some new Pokemon, and those being Gossifleur, Dreadnought, Corviknight, Wooloo, and Gossifleur's evolution being Eldegoss. These Pokemon look pretty cool, and I'm not the biggest fan of Gossifleur and Eldegoss, but Dreadnought looks really cool and Wooloo is adorable, and the internet even exploded about this Pokemon. But my favorite Pokemon that got revealed was none other than Corviknight, who is a flying type and will definitely be on my team in my playthrough of the game, since I do sometimes use the regional flying types. Next we got to see the new Dynamax feature, which is this generation's version of Mega Evolution / Z-moves. Honestly, this looks pretty cool, although I prefer Mega Evolution a little more. Z-moves were also really creative, but the problem with Dynamax is that it's not really that creative, although I can't wait to see some pretty funny results from Dynamaxing certain Pokemon. Next we got to see some new characters, these being the new Professor and her assistant Sonia, which is well, pretty much got on the top of people's heads on the internet. Your rival Hop, who I like the design of him a lot, as well as his brother, who is the champion of the region, who owns a Charizard, and he looks really cool. And the final character we got to see was the gym leader Milo. He does have a nose? I don't know, but he seems like a sun and moon looking hiker to me. After that we got to see Rotom returning in the form of a phone which acts as this region's Pokedex. So I guess Ash's Rotom is confirmed to be coming to Galar, I don't know. The bike returning is now really cool with like Rotom, and you can drive it on water. What? But Pokemon in the overworld just came back, just like in Let's Go and Raid Battle things. which you could team up with players to defeat a Dynamax wild Pokemon and try to capture it just like in Pokemon Go. And it kind of reminds me of Totem Pokemon in Sun and Moon, which is nice. We finally got to see the box art legendaries, which look alright to me. The game's release dates as well as the new Steelbook also got revealed, and overall I was really satisfied with this direct. I think it was really nice to see some of the new Sword and Shield news before E3, and we might get more news at E3, which would be amazing. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.